everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet a spiked V-stitch worked in two different colors, which gives it a really neat, unique look. And I absolutely love it. This is a great fabric. You're looking at the front of it. The back of it isn't quite the same, but it's still quite unique and nice to look at as well. Today for the tutorial, I'm going to be using two different colors of a medium or a worsted weight yarn. This is the Heatherly yarn by Knit Picks and We Crochet. I'm also going to be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook. You may also wish to have the written instructions for this pattern, which are available for free on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. You'll find that direct link down in the description of this video. Also down in the description, you'll find a direct link to my crochet stitch book that is available in paperback and ebook format on Amazon. And if you enjoy learning crochet stitches, this book is for you. You'll find that linked down there as well. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our stitch today is worked in rows, so we're going to start by making a slip knot. You're then going to work a foundation chain. Today I'm going to go ahead and chain 21 chains. If you wish to change the size of your project, you're going to need a multiple of 3 chains for your foundation chain. Today I'll chain 21. And 21. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then single crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of row 1, continuing to work with that color A, chain 1 and turn your work. For row 2, you're going to work a single crochet into that first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch, it's a turning chain only. You're then going to single crochet into each stitch all the way across. When you come to your final stitch, you are going to switch to your color B. And I'll show you one of the ways that I like to do that once I come all the way across. So you're simply working a single crochet all the way over. When you come across and you want to switch to your color B, you're going to want to do that in the final stitch. To do so, with your color A, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, and draw up a loop. You can then drop that color A, pick up your color B, place it on your hook, and pull through. You can then chain 1 with your color B, and turn your work. Now, depending on what you're going to do with your project, you can leave your non-working color A attached and then gently carry it up the side, or if you need to, you can fasten off and weave in at the end of each row as required. Today, I'm just going to leave it attached, and you'll see me carrying it up as we go. For row 3, we're now going to start working some of our spiked V-stitches. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin by working 1 single crochet into our first stitch. This is going to form sort of an anchor stitch. You're then going to skip the next stitch and work a spiked V-stitch into the next stitch, but 2 rows below. So we're skipping the next stitch and working a spiked stitch into the next, but 2 rows below. So if you look at your next stitch, just below it, you might see a little space, and that's where you're going to insert your hook under that next stitch. So bring your hook in front of your work, insert it under the space of that next stitch, 2 rows below, yarn over, draw it up to the height of your single crochet, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. That is your spiked stitch. Now working in the stitch directly above where you work that spiked stitch, you're going to just work a single crochet. You're then going to, for the next stitch, work one more spiked stitch in the previous stitch, the same stitch that you worked that previous spiked stitch. So bring your hook in front of your work, insert it into that same space 2 rows below, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. You now have a bit of a spiked V-stitch with a single crochet in the middle. So you have a spiked stitch, single crochet, and spiked stitch worked back into the same stitch. We're going to repeat that process all the way across. To count, what we're going to do is, if you're looking at that row 2 rows below, between your spiked stitches, you're going to have 2 stitches. So for our next stitch, we're going to work another spiked stitch. You're going to skip the next stitch, and then into the next, but 2 rows below, you're going to work your spiked stitch. Insert your hook. So if you look down, 2 rows below, you have 1 space and 2 space, and now spiked stitch. Then once again, in the space in the stitch directly above where you work that spiked stitch, work 1 single crochet. Next, work 1 spiked stitch back down into the previous stitch 2 rows below. That's the same stitch where you worked your previous spiked stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Skip the next stitch, into the next stitch 2 rows below, work 1 spiked stitch, work a single crochet into the next stitch of the previous row, and then work 1 spiked stitch into the previous stitch 2 rows below, which is the same stitch as your previous spiked stitch. Repeat all the way across. One thing you'll just want to make sure with this stitch is that you're not making your spiked stitches too loose, but you also don't want to make them too tight either, or else they could cause your work to bunch. So really pull them up to the height of your single crochet stitch. You're going to repeat this process all the way across until you come to your final stitch. When you come to your final stitch, you're simply going to end with 1 single crochet into the top of the final stitch. That will bring you to the end of your row 3, chain 1, and turn your work. Now for row 4, you're simply going to single crochet into that first stitch and single crochet into each stitch all the way across. When you come all the way across at the end of this row 4, you're going to switch back to your color A, which I will demonstrate once again when I come all the way across. So I have one stitch remaining, I'm going to insert my hook into the final stitch, yarn over, drop a loop with my color B, drop color B, gently pick up color A, place it on my hook, and pull through. Again, make sure it's not too tight, not too loose. You want to pull it just gently up the side. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now for rows 5 and 6, you're simply going to repeat your rows 3 and 4, but with your color A. So single crochet into this first stitch, then skip the next stitch, and under the next stitch. This time it's 1, 2, and under that stitch, 2 rows below. Insert your hook. You're going to be inserting your hook in the space under the stitch between your legs of your previous V-stitch. Insert your hook, draw up your loop and pull through, and single crochet into the next stitch of the previous row, and spike stitch into the previous stitch under the stitch 2 rows below. You're going to repeat this across, skip the next stitch, into the next, but under the 1, then 2, insert your hook under, yarn over, draw up a loop, and work a single crochet into the next stitch of the previous row, and then spike stitch. So we are repeating our rows 3 and 4. Then you're going to switch back to your color B, and then continue on. That's all there is to working this spiked V-stitch. It creates a really unique effect, and I absolutely love it. In the next few days, you can keep an eye open for it. I will have a hat pattern coming worked in this stitch. It's just a great stitch to have in your repertoire. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, once again, I invite you to subscribe. Take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.